a very brand new caster and an old teammate of mine, Kieran. Hello, Kieran. How are you doing?
Hi, Kyle, man. I hope you're doing just as good as I am.
Yep, I'm very well. Welcome to the BGCS team.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. Hoping I'll get to do plenty of casting over the rest of the season is something I'm definitely looking forward to because we get to see some great Rocket League over in this series.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's plenty of games. Every stream is casted over on the BGCS EU channel. But yeah, today's games we have, if you give me 2 seconds, it's
Dynasty versus CK, I believe.
It is. It's CK Esports versus Team Dynasty, and very interesting games.
I would know.
Today.
I'm on Dynasty.
Yes, I know. I was just
I've
about
stepped
to
out
say.
to cast this.
Well, that's a big I would have been playing, but fair enough. If you want to cast over play,
let's try not to kill each other over the casting, shall we? Oh.
But yeah, it's just two brand new rebuilt teams, really. You know, Team Dynasty, we got to see a wee bit of them the week before the transfer week and game week 4. But this is a brand new CK Esports team. We have Rex. You have Rex coming in and Weekend coming in from. They joined from Fearless 5. They jumped ship and came.
Oh, wow.
And also, I believe the other person playing is either Killian, who is the only surviving member, really, of the team, or another new player who replaced the Nikolai who left in RZ Master. So it will be interesting to see what one of them plays. But yeah, it could be an interesting game.
It's definitely going to be interesting, and I can also report that Azza, who played last time, will not be playing. He's going to be replaced by Exceed for this match. It's actually a completely new team. Again, Lampo is also covering in for Alex. Lampo's a very talented player. He's got some decent mechanics, and he knows how to work his way up the field. And then also the free agent of Jack, who we will get to see. I don't know if he's been on a BGCS pitch before. We'll have to see if the pressure will get to him throughout this game. We're going to see how he performs, and any teams might be looking and thinking, ooh, if we need a cover in the future, we might want to take this man because that's what you want to be. That's what you want to have on you as an FA. You want to get your name out there. You want to look good so you can get the performances and get ready for next season, especially.
Well, that's exactly how you made your made the noise on the scene. You know, you came in 3 times, I believe, as a free agent.
Twice.
Was it twice?
It was twice. Once for Flame and once for F5.
Yeah, and also it's a very nice, storyline to tell here with Team Dynasty. Lampo playing against his former team, CK. That's where he left to join Team Dynasty. So yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously Team Dynasty was a team put together because the old Team Dynasty had folded, so they are already out. Well, we are already out of playoff contention, so they're sort of playing for a bit of fun and also to play that spoiler, which again I'm kind of used to after doing that in RSC now. But seems if they can play spoiler for some of the teams on their playoff spots, knock them off that seeding, and even take them out of playoff contention, drag them down with them. And Jack, let's see if he doesn't let the pressure get to him and plays his best possible game, as I believe we are just now waiting for the players to join in.
We are, yes. So just bear with us, everybody. And also news just in, we have a 3-month in a row subscription from Cowchan. I'm pretty sure that went off the last time we streamed as well, not too long ago.
He's done it twice, it turns out.
Yeah, I'm sure it went off the last time. Oh, and there's another sub in Tier 1. from good old Sir Kill here to shout on his team CK and Bitties as well. And yeah, the players should just be coming in.
Well. Apparently, it's also my 2-month sub anniversary, so.
But yeah. Hopefully the players find the server. I see them having some issues. But yeah, it could, I think from what I've heard, CK have looked very strong in scrims. They scrimmed team, a wee cross-conference scrim last night, I believe. Oh, we have to leave.
Oh, we've got to leave. Okay, no worries. No worries. The game will soon be underway, I'm sure.
But yeah, as I was saying, and they looked very strong. I heard a lot of that they dominated team, and well, we all know team are a very strong team in the other conference. There's a wee bit of a bitty war going on between Killian and Brooksy there. 7 bits coming in all round from everyone.
You could say, did you say bitting war?
Bitty's war.
Definitely a missed opportunity to say bitting war.
A bitting war. Sounds like a horrible war, that. But yeah, but for Team Dynasty, it'll be good to see how they bounce back. Losing a player of Aaron's quality.
Oh no, Azo's still on the squad. He's just not playing today.
Yeah, but that's what I'm just meaning for this game.
Yeah.
But
I can tell you, Exceed is also still a very, very good player.
Yeah, I've seen him play some 4-mans and 6-mans, which if you haven't, get involved in over at Brooksies Discord server, if you do ! Discord, I believe, in chat, for anyone who isn't there. But yeah, that's one team in. We've got Weekend, RZ Master, Rex, and we're just waiting on, I think, the third from... Oh, Lampo left again. Lampo's been in and out, and shaking it all about.
I was going to say he's doing the okie dokie.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I don't blame him. Who doesn't love the okie dokie? And now Exceed and Lampo are back in, so
yeah.
I think, is that all the players ready?
Well, it's down to the host to let everyone know when to go, and we will be underway.
Yep, our good man GCI hosting this. Apparently he's a little bit under the weather, so in the chat, give us a thank you, GCI.
Yes. There we go. Here we are. We're good.
In come the players. First kickoff of this best of 5 series. Team Dynasty versus CK Esports. Game 1. Here we are.
And that's a neutral kickoff, and Rex controls it well, but Lampo meets it.
And now Lampo going under the wall, but it's going to be taken down to the side by Weekend in a pinch out, but seems like Jack's going to get the first challenge. May I appreciate his G2 Fennec. But now Lampo off the wall, it's a bit awkward. He's going to hit it middle, and it seems like Exceed's going to be the first to get there, so he's going to touch it a little bit forward. But now Rex is going to launch it down the other side.
Yep, RZ Master now takes over control. Lampo gets the clear away. Weekend keeping the pressure up, along with Jax. Exceeds up, but Rex has dusted him to the ball there. And a great pass, and that's a great shot. But what a save from Lampo. Last minute effort getting in the way of that shot there.
Yeah, and Lampo saving Dynasty from going down earlier. Now I think Exceed is going to be there at the other end of the field. And instead they're going to be up early in this game. 1-0 to Team Dynasty with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock. Obviously, that's a lot of time, but Dynasty, I'm sure, are going to be appreciating that early lead now.
Yeah, and what an early lead it is. It could have easily been 1-0 down as well and but from the heroics from Lampo there to save it. And, you know, they just need to keep this pressure up, do CK, because they've got a lot of it, and the cracks will start to appear and goals will start to emerge.
Exactly it. Obviously, the teams we often see in this league are the first game sometimes, but the first few minutes are just getting a feel for how both these teams work, especially with both these teams being relatively new to each other. But to have that early lead while they're still trying to figure each other out. But that's a great save from Rex. Exceed. Oh, it doesn't get the follow up and he bumps. Oh, who was that? Jack.
Yeah,
and it's not going to help. Now they've got to rush back and they're going to be a little bit low on boost. Now, RZ going to miss it off the wall, but Weekend will take it off the backboard. Going to try and get it a pass out. It's going to be there for Rex. And again, saved away by Exceed, Kyle.
And this is some terrific goal line defence from Team Dynasty here. You know, and don't forget, playing with an FA, you know, that they've never played with, I assume, before. So, yeah, if they can keep up this defence, it's going to be hard for CK Esports to get a goal against them. And that's what you need, goals to win games.
Yeah, exactly. They're definitely going to need one now. It's not like they have an overtime to go to, especially they are one down as we approach the halfway mark of the game, and that's going to be a free clear away by Lampo. RZ's going to be there to meet it and just chip away to the side for Rex to have an easy touch and time on the ball, but he's a little bit low on boost. He's just going to boom it towards the other end. Weekend's there for the redirect, but it's off the backboard. Possibly a free shot for RZ. No, he booms that off the backboard as well, and now Exceed down the other end. But RZ's just going to about clear it away, but here comes a shot. No, and then now the game could slow down as CK come down the other end.
Yeah, no slowing down, no, it's end-to-end stuff. That's a mistake at the back, and Jack RL capitalises on that mistake and gets the second goal for Team Dynasty and his first goal, I believe, of BGCS, because I believe he's never played. So that's a good nerve settler.
Yeah, it seems like Jack is really merging in well with Team Dynasty as he wins that kickoff, and he's starting to pick up the pace now, it seems, for Dynasty. And it seems that everything's working solidly for them. You see CK were bunched up on the back line earlier, but Team Dynasty, they're just well spread out, getting the challenges in when they need to. Everything's seeming like a well-oiled machine. They're all working together, supporting their GC. Jack's now going to go for his third, and he's going to just sneak it past RZ. And that's 3-0 for Dynasty. Now, we have seen 3-0 comebacks by the likes of Team with a similar amount of time on the clock. But I think Dynasty can hold this out with the way they're going, Kyle.
And yeah, it's going to be a tough mountain to climb in this game one for CK Esports. Three goals in a minute 30 is not an easy feat to do. It is possible, but the way that this Team Dynasty team are playing and seem to have gelled together very well, it's not looking very good.
Especially Team Dynasty will definitely looking to be hunting for that fourth goal, as that's clear to the side with just over a minute left on the clock now, and they've already got a score of about 20-second intervals between each goal. But now he's going to take as much time on the ball. He's going to leave it for Jack, and Weekend will just boom this down the other end. But a miss off Exceed could be a free shot for RZ, but he's put it wide to the corner. And now that means that Jack's going to have a free touch, and RZ bumps Rex out of the way. This could waterfall down. It could be very dangerous for CK, but they just about get it to the side. Lampo's going to take his time on this. I don't think he had much boost.
Yeah, I think CK just need to try and calm it down a little bit. They're getting a bit rushed in defence, just take control of the ball more. Don't bang it like they're just passing the possession away. They need to just control the ball more, take their time, more like that, for them to succeed in this game. Also, I'd like to see them going for a lot more, demos and bump plays to upset that back line of Team Dynasty, because at the moment it's looking really strong and they need to do something to unsettle them. Well, there we go.
Do you think it's possible that we see a timeout from CK? I know it's only been one game.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see a timeout that early, but That is a surprise there. Weekend on 66 points. Now, I don't know if you know much, but Weekend is a very talented. Yeah, he's a very talented player, you know. So that is a surprise to see him down there so low. They need to find a way to work him into the game more.
And yeah, exactly.
I think they'll keep that timeout up their sleeve for, you know, a rainier day, because it wasn't all bad. You know, look at the saves. You know, they had the pressure, they had the shots, and they were on target. You know, 7 shots, 7 saves, or 6 saves. Yeah, so it's not all doom and gloom for CK. You know, they just need to start hitting the ball a bit crisper with their shots on net, and eventually that pressure, they'll start going in.
Yeah, exactly, but we do have to remember that Dynasty, that back line, which is why they do need to try their best to upset that back line, it seems. But here we go into game 2. Starting off on the diagonal kickoff. And let's see if maybe he just needed that extra bit of space from his teammates. That's an eccentric kickoff from Eccentric, let's say. But it works out for him, and now Lampo's going to have a free touch off the ball. He's going to go into the corner and grab the opponent boost, and he's going to hit that to Jax, who's awkward.
Yeah, Jack just misread it there.
Yeah, exactly. Lampo's going to go for the redirect. He doesn't quite meet it, and now CK will push up the field. Rex with a shot, and there you go. There's the bump from Weekend.
And that is exactly what I was talking about. It's like they're listening in, which they well possibly could be. So call me the CK coach. But yeah, that was a lovely bump from Weekend there to open the door for Rex's shot.
Well, yeah. But now another strong kickoff from Dynasty. However, they are now down 1 game in the series. That's a dunk from Weekend. Oh, it's squishy saved off the line by RZ. That's not what you want.
I don't think there was much
you just got to leave the ball alone, RZ. And now Dynasty looking to build up a bit of pressure off of that mistake, but it's going to be boomed down the line by Rex, but once again collected by Jack, who's actually putting on quite a performance here. Maybe not, not feeling the pressure, trying to just do his best, impress people, have it for a bit of fun. That was exactly my strategy. But now Eccentric out the corner. That's a good challenge, but now no boost. But Lampo's just going to boom this up the field, and it's going to be awkward for Rex. It could be a free shot, but it's not strong at all. That was awkward, but... And
Weekend isn't looking himself out there at the moment. Weekend is really, he's missing balls that he doesn't usually miss. So, yeah, he's really slumping. I hope he can work his way out of that.
That's what you need from your GC, especially in this league, is consistency. They've got to be your rock that you can rely on, but it seems like Rex is putting on quite a performance, actually.
Well, Rex is the GC of this team.
What is it? I thought Weekend was a GC.
No, Weekend is only champ.
Wow. That tells you all you need to know about how good Weekend usually is. Exactly. But now RZ's going to take this up the field. He's low boost off the wall, but he does get it past Lampo and Rex into the midfield, but it's only as far as Jack.
Oh, not a very good touch from Jack there, but he recovers well to take it away from RZ. And Rex follows it up, but Jack's there again. The orange wall and Jack's, nothing gets past him.
Yeah, it just seems like Jack is just playing that little bit faster than everyone else, just maybe one step ahead of the CK players, which is what's helping him. But that's an awkward miss, but Eccentric's going to be there in the corner. And now Jack is going to look to hit it towards him, but it's going to be cut out by Rex. And now Eccentric into the middle, but there is no second man there for him, Kyle.
No, they've lost all the pressure that they had in game 1 of Team Dynasty, and rotations just seem to be out this game, and there's a lovely shot, and Weekend might be back. Slots it into the lovely top right-hand corner of the net. Nothing Jack could do there after he came down the wall.
Exactly. That's why you always do need someone on the backboard, because you got to cover the highs and lows. Usually the back post rotation is enough, but having someone on the backboard really secures your net up. It just puts a padlock on it, sort of, and only some of the best shots can actually pick that padlock. But now Rex is going to hunt for the third, looking for another 3-0 game. Or can Dynasty bring this back to a 1-goal game? But that isn't going to help. But the bump on Weekend will just slow him down to not get exactly the harshest challenge on Lampo. And it might give Dynasty just that little bit of a break to take this ball out. It's going to fake out Rex. But again, they're just getting the hits back. They need that second man. That's often the problem at this kind of level of Rocket League. You just need to have that second man there.
Yeah, and that's the second man is key for getting goals. You know, yeah, the solo plays and the solo goals are wonderful to watch, but you know they're not reliable. They're not consistent. You know, it's the passes from the first man to the second man which gets you goals.
Yeah, and that's at the highest levels in RLCS. Even the most mechanical players, you know, the best players, First Killer, Zen, the recent Spring Major, they're all getting, you know. Sometimes they can be absolute assist merchants just because they have that second man there, which really helps them. But that's a shot from Exceed. It's going to be off the bar. Does he beat him out? No. He does, but it goes over the bar and he gets demoed for his efforts. Jax now with a flipper, he said. He can't do much with it.
And then Lampo comes and this pressure is mounting now for Team Dynasty, but they've not got anything to show for it as of yet. With 30 seconds left, time to start throwing the kitchen sink to try and get a goal back to give yourself a chance in this game. And that's a lovely pop-up, and Weekend's up now, tries to touch it down, but fakes out Eccentric. Exceed even. It is Eccentric Exceed. I got it. And there's 3-0, and it looks like we're going to have a reverse of Game 1, going 3-0 to CK.
Yeah, but this one didn't quite look as dominant as maybe Dynasty did last game. They did start to pile on the pressure earlier. They just need those clean rotations once again. They need to make sure that they've got their second man there. They just need that sort of formation constantly, that smooth rotation around the fielders. Now Eccentric's going to send this to the other corner, but that's going to be all she wrote for this game.
Yeah, this game's in the bag now for CK Esports. It's just now getting it to go grounded. And there it is.
This game could very much go to a Game 5. But this next game also important. Also important.
It's a real back and forth. But yeah, will we see a timeout this time? It's not looking likely. No one's said anything as of yet. But yeah, I think that's wise, just to keep your timeout in the bag, you know, because the next game is important. If you lose that, you need to slap down the timeout.
Exactly. You don't. When you're facing match point, you want that timeout. You want that extra minute to just figure out what to do. I think both teams just struggling with the damage. You see, the first goal of CK was a bump. It completely took, I think it was Jack out the net, who has been so solid on the back line, but it meant that it was unstoppable unless you were going to get a team save like we did see from RZ earlier. But as you can see, Weekend 270 points. That's much better than 68. And as we go into Game 3, we'll have to see if that sort of form can continue. And as the players now warm up and get used into this environment, we'll see who takes match point in Game number 3.
Yep, and that's a solid kickoff for CK Esports. Rex just can't get the double on that. And that's a great win from Jax, and it's an awkward bounce, but Weekend's good enough to deal with that.
Yeah, and now Lampo with the shot is going to be taken out to the side by Rex, but Jack now closed down by Rex again now. He's beginning to pile on some pressure and just charge up the field, and that's what you want from one man, and he's going to get the goal, assisted by Weekend, who put it in the middle, but you see Dynasty just sort of got bunched up there. Lampo goes over his head. You got to have someone staying on the back post.
What a 50 that was from Weekend, though. It took all 3 Dynasty players out the game.
Exactly, yeah. I think the back post rotation would have sort of fixed that, but now as the shot comes in for Rex, Lampo's going to get a demo, but it's going to be slowed down to the ball as now Weekend takes to the skies, but that's a good hit away from Jax, but Lampo's got to get to this. And now We now see CK piling on the pressure. They've now had 4 unanswered goals that Dynasty haven't really had anything to respond to with. So they're going to need something relatively quickly to sort of get their heads up now.
Yeah, I think that CK warmed up now. I'm not sure if they had a scrim before this or if they're coming in, but it looked like they were cold in that first game, and now they've warmed up, starting to play clean. Rocket League rotations are on point, and they're just beating them out to everything. That's a great shot, but what a save from RZ Master. That looked certain, destined for the top corner.
That's exactly what I was on about, the sort of clean rotations, being able to get into those right positions. And now the shot from Rex is just going to go over the bar, and Exceed's going to clear it away. He's going to look for a pinch, but Weekend's going to be there to intercept. And now Jax sort of gets a sort of ground pitch towards net. It's past RZ, and Jack will collect the back right boost of CK. And as they push up the field, trying to build up this pressure now, the shot's going to be on, but Rex is going to be there for the easy clear cut.
Yeah, but he got his boost stolen off him there, and that's a great effort from Exceed, but bar down and out was not the best outcome he was hoping for there.
Yeah, just needed that extra bit of placement. That's why you spend all your time in training packs, everyone. Free play training packs, that's what we all do to get better at this game. Every player on this pitch isn't SSL, but Jack, proving why they aren't, catches CK out of position, just hits it down the field, spots the open net, slots it in the back left corner, and Rex can't quite reach it.
Yeah, Rex was in position, he just didn't have the boost to get across the net. He'd had it all robbed off him, I believe, from Exceed. And Exceed's in the sky, but Rex gives him no time, and the Weekend with not the best touch, but finds Rex, who gets it off the backboard. Tough read from RZ, but keeping it alive, just keeping control of the ball.
Yeah, now here come Dynasty again. They've tied up the game, and it seems like they really do want to pile on this pressure, the sort that they had in game 1. And see this, they're getting the ball towards each other, but they're not quite making the connections that they want. Often to Lampo upfield, it's just sort of low on boost. Maybe sometimes just come back that bit, make a solo play, and then go for the pass. But now the shot's going to come on. Rex will reach this one, but it looks like it was going to be awkward for CK. But now they actually have an attack. They're going to have a shot towards net, and it's going to go over all of them. RZ scores.
And I believe that is RZ's first goal, and I don't know what Lampo missed the boost, the back right, and that just left them short. And Jax, I think, was expecting Lampo to get it there. But because he missed that boost, it didn't give him enough momentum to get to the ball. And I believe that is RZ's first goal of BGCS. So that's nice to see.
Congratulations to RZ. He's going to look for his second now, and just going to be saved away. But Rex, he's had plenty of them, especially in this series. He puts it over the bar. But now it seems like Dynasty, they're just having some problems of sorting out which player, wants to go for the ball, but it's fine because they've still got the pressure. They got it in the back corner. Lampo low on boost, and he's going to hit it towards the corner, preserving it all. But now it's just going to go over his head. But this means Exceed is going to line it up on the back wall, but it's going to be hit away by Weekend, and he's going to take this all the way up the field. And now it's back to the Rex, who may have an open net. Lampo low again, and it's 3-1 CK, beginning to widen the gap.
Yeah,
1 minute left, and Dynasty are just going to need to step something up here.
Yeah, and I've just been
this game, I think we see a timeout.
Yeah, definitely. And I've just been also informed that Team Dynasty need to win this game to stay in contention for playoffs.
I think Dynasty were already eliminated.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably not, because I think they were actually, yeah.
Yeah, we were told that we were eliminated after.
Yeah, but it's still good to see the players show up, getting in some practice for next season, because there is always next season.
And exactly, and it's not just BGCS, we've got the RSC, ERS, both now in the off-season for most of these players, except some in the rivals and elite tiers especially. But it seems like this game's going to go to the way of CK again, now 2 in a row. Now, the difference was, it wasn't a complete shutout this game. Dynasty did get one back. They they tied the game, but just a couple slip-ups, Lampo missing a boost, and that's what it seemed to go wrong. But now this is going to go downfield. They need this to go in now. I don't think it's going to. CK wrap up game 2, and I think it's very likely that we see a timeout now.
Yeah, and well, it was put in earlier that you can use timeouts, and Exceed left the match. That timeout has been called. So there we go. They get this minute plus an additional 2 minutes. I hope GCI remembers.
I've got a stopwatch, don't you worry.
Yeah, but it's GCI that's in control, so...
Well,
but
just
yeah,
in
you
case.
can put it in, and you can put it in the chat that that's 2 minutes.
Right. So, we have the time. We get ourselves a timeout. Exceed's back, presumably after a car change. What do we need to see different? I see Exceed this time on low points. So he's supposed to be the GC of this team, but Jack's impressing. What do you think just needs to change for Dynasty other than missing the corner boosts?
Well, I think they need to support each other more. There's a lot of time where they just don't have a second man. They don't. Yeah, they're passing to no one, and they're just giving CK so much time. Why is it put us right in?
I don't know why they're joining.
What?
I think you'll have to shoot him a message, say wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, guys, leave the game. Oh no.
Who joined? Yeah,
all of them originally.
Yeah, but maybe it's because it seemed like they got in very fast. It was like they were.
Yeah.
They put in.
Oh, that's because it's set up as a series, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of individual games. So once it finishes the game, then
we'll just remember that it's 2-1 to.
Yeah, we have it on record on stream, so I think we'll all be fine.
Hmm. Yeah, just keep the timeout going and let them join while they're in their timeout. So yeah, if anyone from Dynasty and CK's out, let them know to rejoin. Yeah, here they come in now.
So they have 40 seconds left on the clock now.
But yeah, just they need more aggression and attack. More being there for each other, supporting each other. That's what Dynasty need to do to get back into this series.
Yeah.
And as for CK, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. Don't go back to how they were playing in game 1. Just keep up the pressure, keep the shots coming in, and yeah. It could be a very tense game, this. Considering what's on the line for CK Esports, a must win to keep their hopes alive, because they need to win this and every other game.
Exactly. So they have 2 chances to do it. Kyle, I'm going to ask you for your predictions. Do you think CK take it this game, or do you think we go to a game 5?
I think CK take it in a 3-1 from what I've seen the last 2 games. But
right, people are going to call me biased, so I'll stay quiet.
No,
but here we go.
Yeah, there's no being called biased. If you listen to the podcast every Saturday at 8 p.m, you would hear some crazy biased predictions. So don't ever be worried about that.
Well, no names mentioned, but here we go into game 4. 20 seconds already burned off the clock, and that was just going to roll in.
I think
just 0, but not flipping to the ball. Did he just give up?
She just gave up on that. I think he knew he wasn't getting that with no boost in the tank.
Yeah.
Just let the wee P roller roll past them. It's always an awkward situation when that happens.
Yeah. Especially quick off the bat, but now CK building up even more pressure. RZ's going to go into the skies, but he's going to be challenged cleanly by Jax. No cards to be dished out there, but the shot comes on there. Exceed uses all his boost in the tank to get it out, but now Weekend sneaks it past Lampo.
It's not the start.
CK.
It's not the start you want after having used your timeout to go 2 goals down inside a minute.
Exactly. I think once they get into more open play, they might be okay. They just need a kickoff to go better their way, to be able to build up an attack. All have boost in the tank, and that touch really going into no man's land. Exceed has to settle for a 50. They just need to work on finding each other that a bit more accurately.
And Exceed blocks Jack's clearance, but recovers well to get the save.
Exactly, and now Rex into the middle of the field. Both champs of CK up, but it's going to now fall. Oh, sorry, not both champs, but it's now going to fall to Weekend, who takes up the field looking for a bump, but he's not going to connect on any car. But now he's going to take the ball once again. He's going to hit it towards net Rex. No, he's not going to get it. And now, oh, what a dunk from Jack. Exceed, he's going to look for the shot. It's not going to be in. It's saved away by Weekend. Lampo over the bar.
And just nothing will go in the net for this Team Dynasty team.
Oh, that might.
And that's not going in. They just can't.
Can't get the break, Kyle.
The first game looked all so promising. You know, the shots were good going in, and now everything is crumbling before them. Nothing's going in. What a block that is from Rex. Good boost.
Yeah, and that was their best opportunity, really, in 2 games. Even the goal they scored didn't look that convincing. And now Rex is going to put it in for a third. 3 minutes left on the clock.
And that is a
threes all around. He's looking for the 3-1.
Lovely wee pop-up from RZ Master. Took Jack out of the game, and Rex had the whole net to aim at there.
Yeah, it just seems a little bit easy. I think maybe needing to step up the pace a little bit from Dynasty. But now that one's going to be cleared to the sidewall, and this is it. They're just suffocating them in, grabbing all the boost. But now Lampo with a bit of space. That's not the touch you want if you are Dynasty. Exceed's going to take a pot shot at it, and it's just going to be cleared away by all 3 members of CK.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it looked like a triple commit clear there, and it's led to a goal. And you know it's your day when you can triple commit and score from it.
Well, exactly. It seems that the power of friendship is just working out for CK, because it's now 4-0 with half the game gone. And Dynasty, it looks like they're going to need an absolute miracle.
They don't play in this conference, I'm afraid. There is a team called Team Miracle, if you don't know that. And that's 5.
Yes, okay, it's 5-0. All right, there's a load of very sad around here. That awful pun and that unlucky 50 going in from Jack, just sort of hitting it into his own net. Nothing his teammates can do. 5-0. Carl, are you ready to write this series off already?
I would say so, but 2 minutes is still doable. It's unlikely, but it is doable, and they need to start, playing better, and that's going to be 6.
Going in isn't going to help.
I think that could be game now. Dynasty are all out of sorts, double commits, triple commits, missing of the ball. Yeah, I don't think their heads are there anymore.
Yeah, it seems like the communications are just sort of giving in maybe after the 3rd or 4th goal, because they're just rapid firing in now. Lampo's going to take the ball. He's going to go for a sidewall, but it's just not going to pop out to him. He's now going to take a shot, but
and there's a small bit of life.
In Brazilian position.
A small bit of life in this game still with that goal. Yeah. But yeah, if Dynasty can't make a comeback in this game 4, then CK Esports' dreams of going to the BGCS playoffs is still alive.
They're going to have some tough teams to face off, and they're going to have to beat. But seeing as the way they're playing, if they get strong starts and play like this throughout the rest of the season, I could see them beating quite a lot of teams. Now, to have a 100% win rate is going to be difficult, but Jack doesn't want them to think about it too much just yet. 90 seconds left on the clock, 4 games. The momentum is now shifting in Dynasty's favour. 4 goals, 90 seconds.
Yeah, team.
Possible, do you believe?
I don't believe it is possible, but I don't believe. But if CK don't, then that could end it. But Darkseid comes in and bar them post. But as I was going to say is, if CK start getting a bit complacent in this end of game 4, anything's possible.
Exactly, and you just can't let that happen in Rocket League. 0-second goals exist. It doesn't end when the clock hits 0. It ends when the clock hits 0 and the ball hits the floor.
And that's save.
That is, and that might just call game. The shot's going to come in. Jack's going to be there to clear it away. Exceed now will take it all the way across the pitch with a flip reset. Doesn't get far with it, and now it's going to go across the other side of the field. CK are going to get it in their favour, and now all they need to do is waste time off the clock. And they want a 4th and weekend taken away from Rex.
Weekend denies his long-time friend of a lovely goal there.
Well, it's not. I think that's because he's grumpy. It's not the weekend. I don't know. But now, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you had a bad fight. I'll have one now.
And that will wrap up this game. I don't think it's mathematically possible now to score enough goals, and it's definitely not now.
That is series called.
And that is GG.
Who would you name? Yep, GG's around. Celebrations from CK as they live to fight another series. Dynasty again, basically a whole new roster once again.
It wasn't a bad showing, with a new roster with a free agent playing. It wasn't a bad showing from Team Dynasty. Especially that game 1, they looked solid, they looked strong. It was just, CK started to get in the rhythm in games 2, 3, and 4, and it really showed. And that is Team Dynasty's first game that they have managed to win. At all, so that's a big confidence booster as well.
Yeah, this new roster obviously has only played 2 matches, though. We got swept first series, bit of nerves from the players this time, and I've got to give a shout out to Jack. He came in kind of last minute, and he's put on quite the show on the back line, hitting it up the field, getting those important touches.